Welcome to a new week. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and this is me saying I have a big announcement for all our fans out there all over the world. Just stay tuned and stay hanging because Tuesday you don't want to miss that one. In the meantime, I want to say a big thank you to our fans all over the world for doing what you do. We love you guys. We appreciate you, and we will never ever take you guys for granted. By the way, we've made major updates for you guys. You can now stream us live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube simultaneously. All you have to do is look out for that channel that is most convenient for you and go there because we are waiting for you in that space. The weekend was giving. It was giving basketballs. Wizkid came out. I see a lot of FC fans saying Wizkid don't respond, Wizkid don't bass, Wizkid don't this. But yes, just Saturday, Sunday, Wizkid was everywhere giving us a thought on what he think about a comment somebody made and using the F word and all of that. For the first time, I'm going to report the news of Wizkid being a child. Now, this is, for me, that's what it is look like. But then, let us review it together. At the same time, Burna Boy made the news. A lot of talk came out saying he did not sell out the BMO Stadium. But then, did he sell out? In the news, you'll probably get to know all of that. Let's begin to the news with no other person than ODG, as he calls himself, Burna Boy. Common Person just surpassed 45 million views on YouTube. And like I always say, it's Burna Boy. He can amass all the numbers he wants if he wants them. Moving on, Burna Boy sitting on top of the world is officially number one on the US urban radio media base this week, becoming the second career chart topping song. Amazingly, this project is a very amazing one. A lot of fans are saying if it came out earlier, it just might be the next big conversation. But trust me, it came out at the right time, and recently it is doing crazy numbers as we speak. City Boy is dominating, and at the same time, sitting on top of the world is also doing good numbers as we speak. I Told Them spent its 10th week on the New Zealand official album chart and it currently sits at number 36. At the same time, we saw Common Person just surpassed 20 million streams on Spotify. For me personally, I kind of feel like on Love Damini album, Common Person is my best song of the project because it has this serene sound and I think I don't know how Last Last became that big jam, right? But then Common Person is that song you want to listen, calm down, it's a earpiece and all of that and understand why he sang it the way he did. But trust me, like I said, 20 million streams on Spotify is not gain feat, and we say congrats to Burna Boy on that one. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy become the first African artist to have 50 songs surpass 20 million streams on Spotify. Now, if you do the math, right, 20 million times 5 is 100, so that's 50, that's already a billion stream already. So if you're going to do minus the listen number, so Burna Boy is already worth about a billion plus stream on Spotify. This guy really owns Spotify. Rema has one song having a billion. Burna Boy has shared it abroad, all other songs, and he's currently doing well for himself on Spotify. At the BMO Stadium, we saw Burna Boy making an iconic entrance. Now, for Afrobeat artists, there's a way we do our shows and stadiums. Our entrance is something to look out for. Ashake came through with a helicopter. Davido has had so many entrances from coming from the roof and all of that. Burna Boy began the show standing like an upstairs place, and then he delivered an outstanding performance. This was the first location for the I Told Them tour, and it was at the BMO Stadium. Trust me, Burna Boy outdid himself. This is a very good opening. Love Damini ended, and a lot of people were saying, "Will Burna Boy do another Love Damini?" But trust me, with I Told Them, he's already looking better than Love Damini. We saw Burna Boy and the Screw performing Tested, Approved and Trusted at the BMO Stadium in the US, and that was an amazing one coming from Burna Boy and obviously the team, the Outsiders. We saw Burna Boy's sister called Nisi. Her name is Nisi Nation. She also performed at the BMO Stadium. A lot of persons are saying Nisi is not a good artist, but then being together with Burna Boy, it's a whole vibe and a whole push that she's getting. And obviously, she has been, I think for this year, she's had like the most shows this year, Afro Nation, now with Burna Boy, and a lot of couple other shows. It's actually a big one and a big start pack for Nisi. We saw Burna Boy at the point where the Outsiders got tired of playing. They came out to dance with Burna Boy. So it just shows that these guys are multi-talented. So they could play, they could be proper band members, and at the same time, they could also make sure that the City Boy anthem and dance would not go like that because they came out and they stamped their feet together with Burna Boy. There were a lot of talk that came out, an agenda, like as I would like to call it, on Saturday and Sunday, where people came out to give us a venue of what the venue looked like, the BMO Stadium, saying it was not sold out. As a matter of fact, with what we saw, it was not even sold out to 20%. Basically, it was like so scanty, a lot of empty seats, and people came out to throw Burna Boy, saying, no wonder because of last week. Burna Boy was everywhere on Twitter, giving basketballs, began with Brimo, went on to Instablog and the like, saying, "Give me your bill, let me pay you so you forget my name for the rest of your life." And people said that was why he was doing all of that, to make sure he get attention away from himself, because he saw the back end, and that was because he did not sell the ticket and all of that. But people believe this, saying, why would Burna Boy do a show? Not even to 50% tickets sold at the time. But then, to counter that, we saw Burna Boy Twitter ally who came out to say this was what the venue looked like. Trust me, it was a fully packed venue. So apparently what was earlier shown was the pre-event. It was just more of the settling event and all of that. But then when the event started properly, Burna Boy came out to show that I am the ODG, the African giant, and I will sell out whatever space I want to sell out. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy performing on Form, and I think the BMO was on Friday, and then yesterday, Sunday, Burna Boy was also at the Climax Pledge Arena and at Seattle, where he also went there, sold out the space, and performed amazing songs. So this is why Burna Boy tours will always be better, because for Love That Mini tour, he performed songs of previous album and Love That Mini. Now for I Told Them tour, he's performing song of previous album, Love That Mini, and I Told Them. So basically, it's a focus meal, and you enjoy whatever it is you paid for that show. And I saw the crew members coming out at the same time to enjoy the stage, with Burna Boy performing City Boy, Amazing Other Jam at the time, Killing Them, and all the songs he has in his catalog. Moving on, we have Davido as the next guy on the news. We saw funny how presenters, a lot of media houses had a Twitter space with Davido over the weekend, and it was an amazing one, seeing Davido being in the same space with a lot of guys from Album HQ to a lot of person. But Moravi was also in the space, and someone came out, a guy called Jerry came out to air his opinion, where he said, in his own thoughts, it was just being nice, saying, Moravi, you can do better, you're good, please make Davido proud. And Davido quickly said, hey, like hold it. And then he said, like, say person don't know what thing they do. So Davido is saying, this is my girl, I protect her. Don't come here and say shit about her, because it won't, or I would not accept that about Moravi. Moving on, we saw for Luxembourg, Davido unavailable currently sits at number 53, and it has spent 21 weeks on the chart. And obviously, Chris Brown sensational with Logia and Davido currently sits at number 72, and it has also spent 2 weeks on that chart in Luxembourg. New Zealand sensational currently sit at 63 with about 17.3 thousand streams. And then for Spain, the biggest song in Spain at the time, Ozuna, with Eva Longoria rather, with Ozuna and Davido currently sit at 79 with over 254,000 streams currently. While for the UK YouTube weekly chart, sensational sit at number 65 with over 165,000 streams as we speak. Timeless album have just surpassed 280 million streams on Spotify, and that's an amazing one. Cumulatively, the album has done over 1 billion and counting. Eva Longoria just surpassed 35 million plays on Spotify, and the Good Time album just surpassed 321 million streams on Spotify. Like I told you guys last week, Davido countdown to his first 100 million streams on Spotify has just begun, because Unavailable currently sits at number 9, I think not number right, but then 97 million streams. So 3 million left, Davido will get his first 100 million stream on Spotify. On the sad one, Unavailable just ended its 11-week streak on the week this week on the Dutch official singles charts, and while it lasted, it was the second longest charting African album song on the chart history, and at the same time, it spent a total of about 17 weeks on the chart, and it is the 11th longest charting Nigerian song on the charts in Netherlands. While No Competition just surpassed 19 million streams on Spotify. Moving on to Machala himself, Wizkid, Big Wiz as you want to call him, amazing guy who just lost his mom, and at the same time bouncing back rapidly and enjoying himself as we speak. We saw where a fan came out to say, Afa, drop song now, Abi. So a swear word saying Abi, the god of the land. So at the point, Yoruba believe in different deity, but this is what they call Ogun. And then he say, will you drop a song, or you want that deity to come for you, as it were? And I think that got to Wizkid, because his response was so epic. Wizkid came out to say, Una papa de holiday, make I enjoy. So obviously he calls the FC guys like he's their father and all of that. So, and then he said, back in 4 years, make Una papa chop him money small. And then went on to say, or 5, I can still go they play ball now, or make I start to play golf. So that's the height of cruise, because we all know Wizkid loves singing, so why playing ball or golf? It just explains that Wizkid really wanted to be on the cruise level yesterday. And then he said, or FIFA or wrestling. And then he said, at the point he got it up to you, and then he responded saying, all of una the craze, everybody they mad. And then he said, on some G, I hope you the F words, all right, body and soul, and take it. Okay, so I hope you. So the statement will not be a complete one if I didn't pronounce that word, but just so you know, it was an F word, and then it meant that he hoped that their body, mind, and soul are taking time out to enjoy with their loved one, basically. And then he, after the whole back and forth and everything, it just explains that Wizkid could just be a cruise person, right? But at the same time, he knows and he loves making music, because after the back and forth, he showed a picture of himself in the studio, or maybe not just studio, but then with recording instruments, which depicted that he was making a song. So yes, I could have said all I just said. And then Wizkid is someone that you all know. If you see that kind of trend, right, the first thing to do is to screenshot it, because I bet you in the next 2 hours you're not going to see it there, because obviously Wizkid deleted all of that, and then he had the 2 posts remaining saying, it was in the studio, and yes, I want to make new music. So maybe coming days, we'll get something big from Wizkid. We never can tell. Finally, we saw Wizkid was in the club, and then he invited Charlie Poppy's younger brother, Zeri DL, and to come party with him. And that is one of the biggest flex the young guy can ever get in his life. My name is Daki. I'll catch you guys in the very next one.